Yo, what's up, welcome back to my channel. You know who it is Does It. Thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you guys for following my Instagram. I got a lot of artwork I'd like for you guys to see. Just go check out my Instagram. It'll be in the link in below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It feels really good to be back on these reaction videos. I haven't reacted to a video in seems to be like about 2 weeks, but yeah, just paying rent and getting a new job and stuff, you know, all that stuff. But besides that, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into this video. So this is gonna be a $10,000 yacht, and I guess that I usually react to home videos, like nice homes and properties, but this one's gonna be a little bit different. This is an actual yacht that's been around since 1903, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I think it said. And it's a gorgeous vessel, and I'm interested to see this video and see exactly how this was worked on and how it was preserved for so many years. So let's get right into this.
Well, one thing that makes Shenandoah unique is the fact that she's 120 years old and she's still floating. She's endured the ages, 2 world wars, and she's still living through time.
Stepping aboard Shenandoah in the historic waters of the Mediterranean is an experience that rivals anything this lifetime has to offer. Navigating this 120-year-old vessel in the same waters that our ancestors first traveled with goods, news, and culture gives Shenandoah an almost holy aura. Her level of craftsmanship and beauty is unlike anything that we see today, and coupled with a rich and long history, Shenandoah should be considered the 8th wonder of the maritime world.
You know, I still get goosebumps when I lift up the anchor and we hoist the sails on this boat, and you know, there's definitely adrenaline pumping around the crew as we're hoisting the sails and getting everything moving, and you hear the sails.
That boat is amazing. I love the architecture. I love the way it's built. The wood finishing is really nice and polished. I've never seen any type of vessel or yacht like this in my lifetime until today.
It was flapping in the background, and things starting to tighten up, and the line's coming under pressure. You know, you lean over and the breeze comes on the beam, and off she goes, and it's you know, that feeling.
Let me make sure you guys can hear this real fast. I'm just gonna go to volume really super fast, just to make sure it's turned all the way up. Perfect.
Thing is never gonna get boring.
Hold big, hold big, hold big, hold big, hold big. Hold down it, hold down it, hold down it, hold.
That's crazy how that boat was leaning on its side. Holy cow, bro. Like, it seems like it would just sink. It's amazing that it's still floating today.
Shenandoah is a 3-masted schooner delivered in 1902. It's 178 foot long, 8.3 meter beam. It's 178 gross tons, and it has 4 guest cabins, including the owner's stateroom. It can accommodate up to 12 guests. Currently on the market for $10 million, and it is also available for charters starting around 110,000 euros per week. It's listed by Burgess, and as always, you can find more information about this vessel in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, you're looking at 120 years of history here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is incredible. I don't know if Ines just said it in the intro, but we are in Sardinia off the coast of Italy. This is where this boat is currently anchored. It's a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful yacht.
Absolutely. We've been sailing, we've been enjoying the scenery here. It's been pretty awesome few days, and I want to start our tour here on the aft and work our way all the way to the bow. Now, this yacht has over 120 years of history, and so many of its parts and components are all original. Obviously, it's been refurbished and restored, and that's why I'm so excited to kind of go over the top deck and show you guys all these details. Now, On the stern, we have the Shenandoah name, and if you look at this yacht from the outside, you can see this beautiful gold line separates the upper deck from lower deck, and it has this rich, deep blue color, which gives this yacht a very, very timeless look. Now,
The shape of that yacht is just amazing.
like I mentioned at the beginning, this is a 3-masted schooner yacht, which means sails are actually parallel to the yacht rather than being perpendicular. So I wanted to explain that before we move on. Now coming here, we have beautiful teak floors that goes all the way to the bow. Right here we have the helm station. This steering wheel is original from 1902, and over the years with all the restorations and refits this yacht has been through, they managed to keep this steering wheel and it looks awesome. This is where you steer this incredible yacht, and yesterday we had a chance to take this boat out on sailing and it was sensational. They even let me control the helm, and I don't know, it was so much fun.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're gonna actually go out later this afternoon also. So y'all are gonna see some more of those shots.
Amazing.
Absolutely. And look at some of the details here with the carvings in 1902. Everything has over 10 coats of varnish. You have your compass here, your navigation system. And 2 years ago, this yacht went through a full electronic refit where they brought all the new technologies, navigation systems, and all that good stuff. Coming here, we had the engine control. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. Look at the dials and how authentic and timeless this looks.
It's like something you would see in a maritime museum, really.
Absolutely. Incredible. Just incredible. Let's continue our tour. We have the first companionway here. This roof assembly actually slides, which makes this opening a little bit bigger so you can go down and you can access the nav station and 2 crew quarters, which are the rooms for the captain and chief officer. You can access it from this opening. Now, continuing our tour, another super cool detail that we're gonna see throughout this deck are these skylights. And you heard me correctly. These are actually skylights bringing natural light to the salon and all the guest cabins we have below this deck. They allow these cabins to get natural light and fresh air. And can we get a close up? Look at these bronze hinges. They have this really cool copper-like patina, which is just, it ages so well, and we're gonna see these bronze details all around us. Pretty cool. Coming here, we have some of our rigging setup here, pins, pulleys going all the way to the mast. And to explain a little bit more in detail how sailing yachts work, basically you have the mast in the center, and once the pressure is on the sails, you have all these lines almost distributing the weight and pressure of the mast to the yacht on both sides, and that's why you have all these pulleys and mechanisms that I'm going to try to explain as much as possible throughout this tour. Now, let's step down for a second. We have the mizzen here, and you can actually see the bottom of the mizzen once we go down to the lower level, which is super cool. These blocks are even original from 1902. During the restoration process, they have basically shipped, refinished these blocks and put 16 layers of varnish, and they still function to this day, which is incredible. Now, coming here, we have the cockpit.
Working at Dispatch Health is like no other experience. Most people.
Staircase on our right hand side goes down to the salon, and we have all this countertop space here.
It's interesting the shape of the staircases and the entries to the bottom level on this yacht. It's like the way it is, it's just like kind of easy to step down. You have to slide the roof so that you kind of have headspace, and it's kind of at a sloping slant that is just kind of never seen before, like something that I've never seen before in architecture or on any boats, for real.
Small fridge, and this section opens up to your outdoor dining area and built-in seating. You have a foldable table here, walls of glass where you can actually crank them down to open up and get more ventilation here, or you can close them up and make this section a little bit more protected. This is where we have our meals. We had an awesome breakfast here, great dinner last night, and it's just a cozy spot to sit down, relax, enjoy.
That is amazing. It's amazing that they have. I want to see what the kitchen looks like and how they were cooking it up downstairs too. But that is really nice. I really like that dining area. I wonder if I can, in the future, kind of design a building in likeness of this type of architecture, because it would be amazing. It would be a nice kind of yacht building type of vibe to it, for real.
The scenery And if you want, they can even take this top off for you, so you have the space a little bit more open, get better visibility. And yeah, just a cool spot.
Yeah, it's incredible. When we had breakfast here this morning, it's hard not to feel like James Bond or something, you know?
It's pretty iconic.
For sure.
All right, let's continue our tour. Again, teak decking all around. Mikey, can we get a close-up? Another detail I want to talk about. On the edge, we have this beautiful built-in drain setup, and they use a different type of wood here. And you can see the drains with the bronze cover plates. I mean, it's incredible. The condition of this yacht, it's impeccably maintained. So I want to give big hats off to the crew of Shenandoah for just taking care of this amazing vessel. Now, let's take everybody here. So we just toured the cockpit. By the way, we have a lot of different toys on board. They have a laser here, few sea bobs, paddle boards, e-foil, everything you need. Since it's a charter yacht, they can still offer you these other water sports besides sailing. But personally, if I charter this boat, I will sail it all day, every day, because it's so much fun.
Yeah, do you have some kind of a special connection to sailing since you used to be a windsurfer?
Absolutely. I mean, for 12 years of my life, I've enjoyed wind and sea every single day, and something about harnessing the power of wind and putting it into a board or a sail yacht and driving it, it's just a sensational feeling. You're out on your own. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's very relaxing. And that's why sailing and windsurfing has this like really, really big, deep following, you know?
Yeah, and if anyone's watching this video out there that has been on a motor yacht before, maybe that's your thing and you've never been on a sailboat, I would highly recommend it because there's something just totally different about it. It does just feel like primordial almost, you know? You're harnessing an element of nature to propel you forward.
It's way more engaging of an experience. You know, you're on board, you see the crew running around, pulling the sail, you can see the sailboat heeling, and I mean, yesterday, we literally had the rail in the water. So wrap your head around, that's about 5 to 6 feet.
How does it stay afloat on the edge of the water like that, man? Like, one wave would just come and just wash it down. So I'm sure that they sail on like appropriate days, you know what I mean? But that's amazing how close the edge gets to the water.
Of surface going into the water, and you can just see this 55-meter vessel just tilt. It's pretty fascinating.
That's incredible.
And I want to come here, the sail setup. I mean, once you open all these sails up, you have over 1,000 square meters of sail surface. But once you fill up the sails with wind and expand them, they can go upwards of 2,600 square meters with the downwind sails. So you have this huge surface area which harnesses the wind again and drives this incredible vessel. Just super cool. And what did you think of the experience of sailing this yacht?
It was awesome. You know, I'm from South Texas, a big sailing area in Corpus Christi, and I've been on a lot of sailboats in my life, but I've never been on one this size. There's a totally different feeling than being on like a 15-meter sailboat. Versus,
Absolutely.
How long is this?
This is 55 meters.
55 meters. There's a big difference.
Big
but
difference.
it just felt so powerful and raw, you know?
Absolutely. We've been having a great time here on this yacht, and I hope we tour more sailing yachts.
I do too.
All right, let's continue our tour. So we have another companionway here going down to the crew quarters. So you have an easy access here. These are all your skylights again, bringing natural light to the lower level. And I mean, look at your booms. Look at the carvings and bronze details at the end. Just everything about it. Every surface you look, you have your crank mechanisms here, more of these blocks and pins, and it's kind of a manual experience. You see the crew working, and it's just fascinating. A lot of people are just running around to make sure this thing runs properly. Now on the right-hand side, we have the tender. Coming here, more of these skylights, storage areas, and there's a section on the other side that opens up to your engine room. And this vessel has 2 Logger diesel engines that are each 500 horsepower. You have 2 generators, everything you need. Even though it's a sailing yacht, you have the engine power here. You can go up to 12 knots just with the engines alone, so I wanted to point that out. Now,
Interesting. I wonder if that has to be a modern touch, because I don't think they had engines back in 1902, and I don't think it was that sophisticated. So that must be one of the modern technological advances that he was talking about earlier in the video. Like, some of it's upgraded, but they kept a lot of the skeleton of the 1902 sail ship. It's really nice.
now we have the foremast on our left-hand side. Oh, another fun detail. They have spent 5,500 man hours to strip, sand, repair, refinish, and varnish these 3 masts. That's crazy, 5,500 man hours. So maintaining a yacht like this, it requires a lot of love, a lot of attention, and a lot of passion, you know?
Yeah, it's incredible. These masts look brand new. They're super shiny, and I don't really have much to say about them. They look really cool.
They do a heck of a job sailing this yacht, you know? And they're all Oregon pine, by the way. They're real wood and maintained beautifully. All right, let's continue our tour. We're coming towards the bow. We have the anchoring mechanism here, but more importantly, the bowsprit of this yacht is super unique, extends out quite a bit. You have nets on each side, perfect place for you to sit down, lay back, look back towards this yacht, and down below that, right on the bow, we have a really cool figurehead woodwork that really complements.
I've really been getting into this type of architecture, and when it comes to the woodwork like this, as you can see, I came up with a little bit of something. I'm gonna make these into castings, but I've really been getting into like the decoration of kind of designing the corners of like objects and things like that. Yeah, I got more right here that I'm working on. If you want to see any of this artwork that I'm actually working on, go to my TikTok at ease.design, e.a.s.e design. And check out my TikTok. I'm gonna be putting a lot of my clay designs and artwork on there pretty soon. But that's wood carved, so that's just a whole nother level right there. That's not even clay, that's wood carved, and it's just carved so nicely, preserved so nicely.
The look of this stunning vessel. Another detail I want to point out, this yacht itself is actually 42 meters. Between the boom that extends out over the stern and bowsprit, you get additional 13 meters, which brings up the total length of this yacht to 55 meters, which is quite substantial. Overall, amazing vessel. They maintained it so beautifully, and it has over 120 years of history.
Let's talk about easy. Like fee-free easy and no minimums easy. Plus it earns interest easy.
So this yacht has a fantastic, unique history. It was designed by a celebrated American guy called Theodore Ferris, launched in 1902 in Staten Island, New York, for an American called Charles Farnstock. And he had the yacht as a private vessel to take him on his retirement, to cruise around the American waters and the Mediterranean. So I've only done 1 circumnavigation on this boat. The current owner's done 3. And on my circumnavigation, we started in the Med. We went down to South Georgia because the boss was really interested in the story of Ernest Shackleton and the Endurance. So we went to visit some of the places in South Georgia that Shackleton walked across with his men to try and rescue them from Elephant Island. And it was an experience. We've taken the vessel to Madagascar, we've been to the South Pacific. I remember once we were passing Sumatra, just in northern Indonesia, and we were about 200 miles west of the island, and we found 2 guys in a fishing boat lost at sea. At the time, of course, it was piracy was pretty rife, so we were quite cautious. But then we realized that actually these guys are in trouble. So we picked them up and we brought them on board. I've never seen somebody so happy to have a freshwater shower. You know, we tried to work out from discussing with them by means of charades and Pictionary, because they didn't speak any European languages, how they happened to be. It turns out they were at sea for 10 days adrift, they'd run out of fuel, and we basically saved their lives. And it's things like that that, you know, really make you proud to work on a boat like this.
10 days.
And that's it for the upper deck tour and the history of Shenandoah. Now I want to actually take everybody through this staircase to check out the lower level. Now we're at the lower floor landing. These double doors open up to the salon, and it's this really cozy, authentic space.
That's amazing and elegant. It's super nice. I did not expect that for the lower level for sure.
Right in the center, we have the skylight assembly here, and Mikey, we have to get a close-up. Look at these crank mechanisms that opens these skylights up. You have the curtains also. I mean, this is just incredible. brings natural light and fresh air to this cozy space. And I'm gonna start our tour here with the dining table. You have the built-in seating, 5 additional chairs on the other side. We have the bookshelves on the left and right, giving you that character and timeless look. And on the back, we have this dark wood, which is Padauk. And we're gonna see this wood throughout the vanities and different parts of the lower level. Again, adds up to the character. And more importantly, the dining table here is a gimbal dining table, which means when you're sailing and when you're leaning on each side, this table can compensate for that, and it can basically move and make sure your plates are perfectly level. This is stunning.
Yeah, really cool. I asked the captain why it's broken in 3 pieces. I guess it makes sense. He's like,
Wow.
Well, the centerpiece moves too, Mikey.
yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming depending on like where you're sitting.
Well, he's like, you don't want it to lean over and hit your knees, so we broke it in 3 pieces. So each piece moves independently of the other.
Just like a camera gimbal. It just kind of compensates and makes sure everything stays level.
Really cool.
Amazing, right? And you have these smaller windows. So when you're keeling, these windows are below water and you get this really cool view. So I wanted to mention that. And again, super cozy space. The door right here opens up to the crew quarters and crew mess. You access the galley, crew seating area, all that good stuff from here. And that way they also have an easy access to the common areas. Now, bookshelves continue on each side. Right in the center of this room, we have this Steinway & Sons concert piano here that looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, character over character, detail over detail. The timelessness of this yacht is almost hard to explain. It's just everywhere you look, every corner, there's a quirky, interesting and thoughtful detail. You look at the railings and they're all very subtle. Then you have focal built-in speakers, wood-clad ceilings, built-in seating area. All the mechanics function phenomenal. Air conditioning works great. It's ice cold in here right now. Super comfortable. You have beautiful Oregon pine hardwood floors here, and they use the Padauk African wood around as a border detail to create a nice contrast. TV here. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Just a stunning vessel.
Let's roll it back for a second. I doubt you even know this, but how would they get this piano in here?
They might have taken off the superstructure and this skylight assembly here and bring it in piece by piece. I'm assuming.
So probably during one of the refits, they dropped this piano in here, so it's probably been in here for a while, yeah?
Absolutely. Good question. And actually, another thing I want to mention. So, even though this yacht is over 120 years old, obviously it's been through many restorations, the hull of the yacht is steel, which is kind of hard to believe considering its age, and the superstructure above is all teak. So you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the steel for the strength and teak for the superstructure, which gives you this timeless look. And 120 years old, and it has a steel hull. Crazy. It's incredible.
Incredible, yeah.
I was gonna say that exact same thing. For the age it is, what I was referring to earlier is like how is it so steel, and like I'm sure that a lot of the stuff has been upgraded, but like that's crazy to have a ship from that time with so much steel on it and it can float really nicely with so many timeless designs for real.
All right, that's it for the salon. Now let's go check out the guest cabins. I'm gonna start with this one on our left-hand side. This is the VIP cabin with the built-in double bed. You have your window looking out to the sea, built-in cabinetry all around. Again, this dark wood looks great against these white panels and the white wood-clad ceilings. Every single one of these guest cabins gets a skylight bringing natural light and fresh air. I love this detail. You have wainscoting on the walls, wall sconces, and this is the room that I'm actually personally staying in. It's super cozy. I had a great sleep over the last few days, and it's just awesome.
It's nice and cool in here too. My room wasn't quite this cool.
This one definitely is.
A little jealous.
All right, we have some built-in cabinetry here. Let's go check out the bathroom. You have your toilet set up, vanity on the left. Again, this beautiful dark wood countertops, brass fixtures. You have your walk-in shower here, great water pressure. Just a good sized bathroom for this cabin. Now, let's go out and continue our tour. We're gonna check out this guest cabin now. Comes with a double bed on the bottom, single bed on top with the bunk setup. You have these brass handrails, another window, super cozy. This is where Mikey stays. You have some cabinetry here, dresser, super cozy. Love the hardwood floors, and you have a full bathroom here, just like the one that we toured earlier. Now,
Wow.
continuing our tour, we have one more guest quarters to see, and it starts right here. This one also has a built-in double bed, window, closet setup, and attention to detail. Every single one of these blankets have the Shenandoah stitching with 1902. Every single one of these beddings. The toiletry setup, every detail you touch, their attention to detail is super apparent, and I think they did a phenomenal job with the restoration too. This yacht could be 30 years old or it could be just remodeled. It looks that timeless, and I think they did a really good job with the finishes, tones, and just like the textures that they chose to finish up this yacht. I feel like it's a great match.
And something Ennis didn't mention was each of these bedrooms actually have their own built-in speakers. So if you look in the cabinetry there, we have 2 speakers, 2 tweeters, and we have a little head unit. So while you're laying in bed at night, you can listen to whatever you want. And I think the owner of this ship is actually an avid music collector. So because it's all around, I've seen his classical music, he has a piano. He seems to have very
Acquired taste.
I could not.
2 tweeters too, bro. Yeah, he really likes his music for sure. For sure.
I wouldn't say acquired taste, but he has a very kind of eclectic taste in music. But anyway, like Ennis said, this could be a new ship. It could be an old ship. It could kind of go as either. I really like it.
Absolutely, has that timeless look. And of course, this guest quarters comes with its own full bathroom, vanity setup, toilet, walk-in shower, everything you need. And lastly, we have this door opening up to the owner's stateroom.
Another advertisement. Nope, I'm not looking at your ads, bro. But
Going in, we have this small
I hope
landing
you still get
area,
paid.
bathroom on my left-hand side, and right here we have the mizzen mast. The mast that's located towards the backside of this yacht. It's exposed here and it goes down all the way to the keel, so it kind of locks in the whole assembly. It's just fascinating. I mean, so much character in this yacht.
Yeah, and you really get an idea for the scale of it in here. It's absolutely massive.
Absolutely. Mikey, let's check out the bathroom first. Let's show it to everyone. Starts here. We have this vanity design here with 2 sinks, brass fixtures, 2 medicine cabinets with clad ceilings. Toilet is on my right hand side, and over here we have the full walk-in shower, elevated drain, beautiful bathroom. Now let's go into the stateroom. This is the owner's cabin. On this side we have a single bed, and over here we have a double bed, all built in, very spacious, and right in the center we have 4 skylights bringing natural light. I gotta open this one up. They are
I cannot believe that all of this is inside of the bottom of this ship, man. Like this is really nice. It's more spacious inside than I had originally thought. I thought it'd probably be like 2 or 3 rooms, but wow, this is really nice.
so cool. They're so my vibe. So timeless. Look at this.
Yeah.
Just like that. I mean, pretty amazing. Let me close this up real quick. And the rest of the room, we have built-in cabinetry, dressers, bookshelves, 2 windows on each side, big cupboard space right in the center. And Mikey, let's show this. Comes with a full desk setup here, built-in TV. It's very cozy, to the point, and the owner's stateroom is closer to the aft than the other guest quarters. We have the built-in bed here, wall sconces, bookshelves, and lastly, this bookshelf has this secret passageway to the nav station and to the captain's quarters. So I wanted to point this out. Overall,
Wow.
beautiful vessel, and the last few days have been just so memorable.
I'm very proud to be the captain on this boat because I've got a crew which are also really proud to be here. And you can see by just looking at the boat and by taking photos, whichever angle you look at, it's a beautiful angle. Whichever light you see, she looks fantastic. And you know, it fills you with a warm sense of pride to be able to be here.
Ships like Shenandoah encapsulate the very nature of legacy. They're records of our humanity, and they're symbols of the triumphs of our past. Walking the deck of this grand vessel is like walking through time itself. Shenandoah has enriched our souls and has captivated our minds. Making this video and being a small part of this ship's history is somewhere we never imagined this channel would take us, but we're so grateful it has.
thank you for joining me for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm on my way to 10K, or at least 1K. I'm just on my way up. Yeah, this yacht was amazing. $10 million is yours. 110 a week. 110,000 a week. You could sail on it. But this is just an amazing yacht. Thank you, Ennis, for providing really nice videos. I'll be reacting to a lot more. Go subscribe to his channel if you want some more good videos and some good properties to look at. Subscribe to my channel before you go over there. I really appreciate it. Want to see some more of my artwork? Go to my TikTok at ease.design. You're gonna see some good artwork on there, and also some cool reaction videos. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Lights.